What if I told you that in 1 week, you could know exactly what's wrong with your product flavor and exactly how to fix it? No guessing, no months of back and forth, just clear answer quickly. That's what the Flavour MOT does, and today I'm taking you behind the scenes to show you exactly how it works. In the previous episode, I shared why I created the Flavour MOT and the gap that it fills. If you haven't listened to this episode, I will add the link in the description. So today I'm going to walk you through the entire process of the Flavour MOT, what actually happens when you book one, what analysis I'm doing, what you get, and how can you use this information. If you want to create food or drink products that actually taste amazing, get the repeat purchases, and see your sales go up, you need a flavor strategy. I'm Manon Galizzi, food scientist and flavor expert, and in this podcast, I share what I've learned from helping food and drink brands create new products from scratch, choose the right flavor direction, or fix the flavors that are not working. I want to be completely transparent so you know exactly what you're getting. So let's start from the beginning. When you book a Flavour MOT, first thing that happens is you send me some information. For example, the list of ingredients. And I need your consumer feedback if you have it. And this is actually really important because I have a trained palate. I work in a flavor house, I've been trained on flavor lexicon, and I work at McVitie's as their flavor specialist. There are some notes that I may be more sensitive than the average person. And maybe I'm the only person who can actually pick these notes. And there is no point in you changing something in your product if I'm the only person who noticed it, right? So I need to see what your actual target consumers are tasting, what is coming up in their feedback, because that gives me the full picture. Then you send me your product with the packaging and you send me your main ingredients separately. I just need 20 grams and I will let you know which ingredient I need, of course. And this is where it gets interesting because what I do is almost playing the detective. And for the people who know me, they know how much I love playing the detective. So I test your finished product first, and one other thing I do is to verify what you're claiming on the label actually matches what I'm tasting. So if your label says chocolate brownie protein shake, I'm asking myself, does this actually taste like a chocolate brownie? If it says lemon and raspberry, can I taste both the lemon and the raspberry? Then I taste each of the main ingredients separately, and this is where the detective part starts. So for example, if I pick up that your product is very, let's say, earthy or very bitter, or it has some off notes, I need to figure it out where they're coming from. Is it one specific ingredient? Is it the combination of different ingredients? Or is it the balance of the recipe overall? Because sometimes, and that is the good news, you don't need to change your ingredients or suppliers. Sometimes it's just about rebalancing what you already have. Maybe decreasing one ingredient, increasing another, so you can absolutely fix it internally. But I need to pinpoint exactly where the problem is first, and that's why it's important to send me the different ingredients. So when I'm tasting your product, I'm looking at everything. What does it smell like? The flavor, the basic taste. Like, is it sour, bitter, salty, umami? Is it balanced? Is anything overpowering or actually something missing? I also look at the mouthfeel and the texture. Is it gritty? Is it smooth? Is it watery, for example? And then, of course, the aftertaste. Is there anything that lingers? So for that, I need to taste it multiple times. So I keep on tasting until I have my answer, until I understand exactly what is going on in your product. I'm also looking at your packaging. Is your labeling correct? Is there any claims that shouldn't be there or claims that you should be making? Is there anything confusing or misleading or any food legislation issues? Because all of that matters when you're trying to sell your product. And there is something else I look at too is market fit and product fit. So it's not just about how it tastes, it's about understanding your target consumers and where your product sits in the market. And there is something I always ask for my clients is to check if they have a benchmark product. Let me explain what I mean by that. If you're creating a chocolate protein shake, for example, what chocolate flavor profile are you actually targeting? Have you identified a benchmark product? Is it a specific chocolate bar? Is it a chocolate brownie from a specific bakery or certain brand? Is it cocoa powder? Is it hot chocolate? Is it dark? Is it milk? Is it fruity? Is it nutty? Because chocolate can mean so many different things. And if you haven't identified your benchmark product, if you haven't bought different chocolate from different brands, for example, if you haven't decided specifically the flavor profile you want, then you're just shooting in the dark. Part of what I do is to help you think through that. What flavor profile should you actually be targeting? What fit your product, your brand, and your consumer? Now, once I've done all of this analysis, and this is usually take about 1 week after I receive everything from you, I create your report. And I use a traffic light system, which is green, orange, and red, of course. And why, you may ask? Because I want to make it really clear what is urgent versus what is nice to have. So the green light is what everything is working perfectly. They are things you should keep the way they are. Do not touch anything. Red light is urgent changes required. They are the things that you're stopping your product from being successful, and these need to be fixed urgently. And orange light is nice to have improvement. They are critical, but they could make your product better. So this is where I include the strategic thinking, things like marketing positioning, target consumers insight, opportunities you may be missing. So let me give you an example of what I mean by that. So I was at a wedding last year and I got talking to a person who had a small goat farm, and he was making goat milk, goat yogurt, but was thinking of doing goat ice cream. And one of the first questions he asked me was if I thought that chocolate and vanilla was a good idea. So I was like, okay, let's just pause here. First, I obviously asked him what the goat meal actually tasted like. And surprisingly, he said it was quite bland. I thought obviously it would be very goaty and animalic, you know. So I asked him why people are coming to his little farm in the middle of nowhere to buy his goat yogurt. And he couldn't answer that question. Are they coming because it's local or because of the unique flavors it's offering like verbena? You can find easily nowadays yogurt with goat milk in any supermarket. So why coming to him? His verbena yogurt is the best seller that's telling you something about his consumer's mindset. So I help you thinking about positioning too. Are there opportunities you're missing? Could high protein work for your product? Are there any health claim you could be making? And that's the kind of thinking that goes into the orange light section. So this section is not about fixing what is broken, it's just helping you see opportunities from a different angle. Let me give you another example. I had this client, and when I tasted their product, the spices were just completely overpowering. The flavor profile was quite harsh and quite unbalanced. And one of the hero flavor that was on the pack, I couldn't taste it. So in my report, the red light section said to reduce these specific spices because they were creating this unbalanced, earthy and harsh flavor profile. Increase the ingredient that was clearly missing, and also change slightly the flavor profile to fit better the flavors overall of the product. Think about adding creaminess if you have a product that is very harsh, for example, so it rounds everything up. And also the question of actually going and identifying a benchmark product, understanding where you are going, because it didn't feel exactly that. It didn't feel like we were going to a specific flavor profile. In that case, for the orange light section, we had things like considering high protein because it would definitely fit the market and the product across the range. Improve the consumer feedback because some of the questions were a bit confusing and maybe a bit misleading. So better question to have better data, and thinking about the positioning of the product and what problem is solved as well. Not just the one that she had. So they knew exactly what to keep, exactly what to fix urgently, and exactly what opportunity they could explore. Now, here's the thing. The Flavour MOT gives you the expert analysis and clear recommendation, but it doesn't include me doing all of the formulation for you. That's not in the service. So if you want to take my recommendation and action them yourself, that is brilliant. You have everything that you need. But if you need hands-on support, if you want me to actually do the trials and the tasting for you, then you have other options for that. So that will be my fix and choose packaging where I handle all of the formulation for you. So you have options. The Flavour MOT gives you the clarity very quickly, so then you can decide how much support you need to implement all of the changes. And I think it is valuable because not everyone needs or can afford a 6 months formulation project. But everyone needs to know if their product is actually tasting the way they think it does and the way it should. So the Flavour MOT gives you that answer fast, affordable, professional. From the moment you book, the whole process takes about 2 to 3 weeks maximum, but it really depends how quickly you can send me everything really. But once I have your finished product, the information, the samples of your ingredients, then everything, my report, take about 1 week. So if you're about to launch, if you're about to pitch to retailers or investors, or if you're getting negative reviews and you don't know why, you can have answer really quickly. Okay, so that is the behind the scene look at the Flavour MOT, and I hope that gives you a clear picture of what actually happens and what you get. If it sounds like something you need, I'm officially launching the Flavour MOT right now, and the first 10 people who will book will get 25% off. So just use the code MOT26 when you book. I will put the code in the description of the episode. I already had some booked from last week, so spaces are getting to fill up very fast. Head to my website, you can find the link in the description of the episode, and you can see all of the details and book your slot. And if it was helpful, please share it with other food and drink brands owners who might need to hear this. And if this episode resonated with you, leave a review on whatever platform you're listening to. It genuinely helps other food and drink brands owners find this podcast. And I will see you in the next episode. Bye!